Hey, Chris here. Today I want to take a look at the Patagonia Black Hole 55-liter duffel bag. Yes, you did hear that correct, 55-liter duffel bag. So I want to talk about some of the changes to this bag, and I also want to put this next to the 60-liter duffel bag that I love so much. So let's go ahead and get started. About 2 years ago, I uploaded my first video to YouTube, and it was a review of the Patagonia Black Hole 60-liter duffel bag. So a few weeks back, I was online just kind of looking at some different sites and came across Patagonia 55-liter Black Hole duffel, and it kind of threw me for a loop. So I was really interested to take a look at the bag because at that point it was my assumption that they might have made some updates to the bag. So what I want to start with is just kind of putting these bags side by side, and I'm hoping this comes across in the video because basically all I have in these bags are some blankets and pillows. And I know being soft-sided bags, a lot of times they don't hold their shape or form. So let's see how this goes. So if you can see me back here, next what I want to do is talk about the specific changes or updates to this bag. Before I talk about any specific changes or updates, I did want to mention what's the same. The first thing you notice, of course, is just the material the bags are made out of. I love the Black Hole material. Feels very durable and should last a lifetime. So same material, basically the same layout on both bags. You're going to have the grab handles on the end. Going to have one exterior pocket, again, very, very similar. Even the way the bag comes shipped is exactly the same as the 60-liter bag. So the grab handles, as far as the carry handle, is going to be the same, and even the backpack straps, from what I can tell, are going to be exactly the same. And of course, just that nice large interior space, again, is what makes duffel bags so nice in the first place. And then you will have the one interior pocket in both bags, and basically this is what the bag folds back into. So now I do want to touch on some of the changes to the bag. And before I start though, just want to say I love the Black Hole duffels. This has been one of my favorite bags really since I've bought it, again, a couple of years back. So that's why I was really interested to take a look at the 55-liter to see what kind of changes were actually made. So some of these are going to be, in my opinion, for the better. There's one big one that I don't like at all, and you'll quickly see which one that is. So the first thing that I noticed, and if I do miss anything and you know of one, please let me know, is the material that is used to snap your handles together. On the old bag, same exact material that's used for the actual duffel. This does feel a little bit different. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, but that's one thing I did notice right off the bat when I was kind of checking the bag out. So different material used to snap the carry handles together. One thing that's really kind of cool about this, with one exception, is that now when you get your bag, they actually give you some instructions on how to connect your backpack strap, which I thought was really, really cool. But then I thought, hey, I did make a video about that, so is this going to make people not search that video? But either way, I think this is cool. This is cool. And I know I mentioned in the past, I wish more bags included some kind of instructions, because a lot of times it's not easy to figure these out. So you do get just a little tab here with some instructions on how to connect your backpack strap. And another big change to your backpack straps, now they're actually giving you, they're labeling them right and left. Because when you get this bag, your backpack straps are not connected. So when you pull the straps out, a lot of times you don't know which strap goes on which side. So again, you're going to have an R and an L, and even on the backpack strap, And I doubt you can probably see this, but there's another R on this as well, so you can kind of match up your right and your left. So again, I thought that was very interesting because, you know, of course on the previous bag did not have that whatsoever. So I actually like that because, again, I wish more manufacturers would include that on their bag when it's kind of difficult to figure whatever out. The next change that I really like is your mesh pocket on the flap here. If you recall on the 60 liter, again, you're going to have the mesh pocket, but it's divided into two. So you have a lot of space here, but then when you divide it into two different pockets, you're limited to what you can store inside here. So I actually like the fact now it's just one large mesh pocket that you can throw some items in if necessary. So again, that's definitely a positive change in my opinion. But the one change that, again, I was very disappointed to see, and one thing that really kind of drew me to the 60 liter to begin with, was the fact that this bag includes internal compression straps. And for the most part on travel duffel bags, you don't see these a lot. So when you see these, again, I love it because it allows you to kind of keep your items in place if necessary, cinch that down. So the new bag did not include the internal compression straps. So again, very, very disappointed to see this. And really, I guess the last change is just the fact it's going from a 60 liter to a 55 liter. But I hope you saw from when I put these side by side that this bag actually looks a lot larger. And I know there's a lot of controversy out there on how manufacturers and companies measure their bags to list like a 60 liter, a 45 liter, or a 40 liter, or whatever the case might be. So again, this bag to me, of course, is longer. And I guess the 60 liter, and I didn't realize this until I put this next to some other bags, is more, I guess, like a cube. I know, of course, it is kind of rectangle as well. But when you put it next to this bag, you can see that more. So again, very interested to see now this is considered a 55 liter, and this has been the 60 liter forever. So I also noticed that now Patagonia has a 40 liter duffel as well. And you know, of course, the previous bag was a 45 liter. So again, I'm not sure if I'm going to take a look at that bag, but I would be interested to see how that compares to the 45 liter as well. So again, I always love seeing companies when they take a look at their product and say, how can we improve and make it better? Because I know a lot of times the same bags are on the market forever. And if it's a good bag, hey, maybe not mess with a good thing. But I love when I do see some updates to a bag to see, hey, are there improvements made? And to some, they could all be positive. But to me, I like the size of the 60 liter. And I love the fact that they included the internal compression straps. And disappointed that the new bag does not have that. But as always, thank you so much for taking time to watch. If you have any questions or comments, please leave that. Because again, I think some of these changes are pretty big to the bag. And if you're a fan of the black hole duffel, which I know a lot of you are, what do you think about this? Is it good? Is it bad? So I would love to hear your thoughts. So as always, please like, subscribe, and again, leave those comments. Thank you so much.